ASMR FTB here, back with another Final Fantasy VII video. And I just discovered that, well, to start off, in the previous video we defeated Ultimate Weapon, got Cloud's Ultimate Weapon, and then we went through the Ancient Forest and got a triple MP or triple AP Materia weapon for Cloud, and then we also got, I think it was Tifa's ultimate weapon. And then I went through and did a lot of reading on ultimate weapons, and it turns out that they all have special, like, multipliers that make them stronger, or situations that make them stronger. For Red 13 and for Sid, the higher their MP is, so if their MP is maxed out, their ultimate weapon does the maximum damage it can do. For Cloud, it's a proportion of how high his HP is compared to his maximum HP. So if he's at full HP, he does full damage, and if he's at 6,000 out of 9,000, it does less damage. Yuffie's is a proportion, Yuffie's will do damage based on your enemy's level. So if your enemy has, like, a high level overall, if your enemy is level 100, she does a lot of damage. So hers is independent, so to speak. It doesn't have any, like, parameters, it's not affected by something that can go up and down during battle, it's just based on the level of her enemy. Making her extremely effective in the late game. And I wanna work, I guess, on her. And Vincent also has an extremely powerful endgame weapon. And we are also going to go to Cosmo Canyon so I can buy HP plus materia. And we're going to be leveling the shit out of some HP plus materia. So Vincent's weapon deals damage based on how many kills he has. So if you've killed a lot of things with Vincent, he does a lot of damage. So I think what I'm gonna do is restructure my endgame. So A team is Yuffie, Vincent, and Cloud and Yuffie will do healing and, like, magic, and Vincent will be DPS. Where is the materia shop here? I think it's over there. I don't think this is it. Where the hell's the materia shop? The heck? That's weapons. sucks because we can only use like independent materias. But here, let's go to Costa del Sol. Apparently we can buy a gun over here for Vincent. That's pretty good. Where's the weapon shop here? It's not going to be in here. Long barrel R. Purchased from Costa del Sol. Wait a minute, no. That's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. Peacemaker. Plus 38. Purchased in June. Punt line. Dug up in Bone Village. 48. 38. Punt line. Okay. Dig up punt line in Bone Village. Requests. Make elixir Bahamut 0. Okay, map of Bone Village. 4 is punt line. Okay, so we're going back to Bone Village, everybody. And in Bone Village, we are looking for the punt line. Start digging. Good treasure. Okay, so hopefully this will be the punt line. And the punt line is a weapon that will give double XP for Vincent. Punt line, okay, perfect. Punt line. And it actually is linked in Materia, which is pretty sweet. So, Materia, Yuffie. Yuffie, we will give you HP, HP plus, HP plus. Cloud, we will give you HP plus, MP plus, MP plus. We'll give you MP plus, MP plus. Actually, one of these MP pluses I want to make the counter materia. Plus Death Blow Master. Luck plus. HP plus counter attack. I could do added effect here just so we can get another one. Right? And actually, you know what? We're gonna take HP plus off of Cloud because we want to put slash all, and we want to put double cut back on him. Or I guess we could do like, yeah, we could do, okay, here, I'll put this. Instead of him having slash all, we'll give him, Jesus, so much materia now. Give him double cut, give her slash all. Also, I guess we'll give her morph in case that's something we want to do. Give her a revive so that we can get another potentially good revive out of all this. Enemy skills are fine. Death blow, we don't need to level that up. We do like Comet. All. Let's also try to consolidate this. I don't want to forget that these are all the way down here. Okay, so what else do we want to work on? Could work on some summons, I suppose. Wind. Oh, we'll give you an HP plus. Another all. Ultima. Master. Yeah, mystify. Whatever. Screw it. Okay. Back to my deal. Because we were getting a lot of MP there. Yeah, now it's just same thing, grinding. Getting this materia level up. So it's gonna go a lot slower because I'm not gonna be doing a lot less damage, but Wait, can you not have double cut and slash all? I guess you can't. Comment all mystify. So there's gotta be, I have to have a restore that's not full. Maybe the northern caves is the better place to do it, but like, I gotta get all these guys way more leveled up. Yeah, giving Cloud Slash all is the way to go. It'll one-shot everything. So I guess Ancient Forest is really important because you get the Slash all Materia, which is just like super crucial. Although that was really unlucky. Man, this is gonna take a while. Ooh, brother. So let's see. Just gonna take a look here, see if I've trying to think if I have any stories to tell you guys. Anything that would be worth telling. I could tell you, so a lot of people like travel stories, like you see Instagram influencers, and like basically everybody always, like on Facebook. I don't have Facebook, I haven't had it since 2014, but like before I left Facebook, everybody always talked about traveling, like travels, like where they were, where they wanted to go, where they'd been, and that just seems to be what everybody wants to talk about, is just traveling. So I have a few traveling stories. I think I told my Oktoberfest story in one of my Final Fantasy IX bonus episodes, so if you want to check out some of my stories, I think I have a cat adoption story and an Oktoberfest story. So I've been to Germany, I've been to Italy, I've been to Sweden, and I've been to Bermuda. Those are all the places that I've been. I think I've talked a little bit about Sweden, not too much. But today I guess I could talk about Italy. So when I was a band back, it was about the year, I think it was like 2000. So it was like 7. Maybe. Yeah, it was 7. Unless it was like, no, it was just after 9/11 actually. It was just after 9/11. So it was, what was it? Was that 2001? So, right after 9, so I was probably 8. Anyway, I swear to God, September, October, I think it was November of 2001, we were actually able to get on a freaking plane. Isn't that crazy? 2 months after a terrorist attack. I feel like if that happened today, it would be months before you'd ever fly again. Or years. I don't know. It just felt so super soon. So we went to Italy in November of 2001. My mom was born in Italy. She moved here when she was 4. But her family is obviously a lot of her family was still back there at the time, and I think still is. And my grandmother seems silly, like we took her too early, but you just never know. So we wanted to make sure. Anyway, we went to, so my mom's family is from southern Italy, which, southern Italy is, I mean, northern Italians, I guess, would tell you that southern Italians are kind of like thugs or whatever. They'll tell you that southern Italy is not like prim and proper or whatever, which is fine. You can believe whatever you want, but we went down there and it was amazing. So it's like the tip. So if Italy is, everybody calls Italy like the boot. It looks like a boot. So if Italy looks like a boot, then we were at like the toe of the boot, so we could see it in like the boot, and then there's like the soccer ball. Is Sicily, and we were at the toe of the boot, and we could see Sicily. From where we were staying, and that region is called Reggio Calabria. Reggio Calabria. And so that's where my mom's family is from originally. So, you know, I'm a kid. I'm like 8 years old, and we fly in, and you know, it's tough to remember. I'm very little. I remember, I'll tell you as much as I remember. I mean, the water, the first things first is we spent a lot of days at the beach. We would, you know, it was a short walk to the beach. We visited my mom's, like, the house where she grew up, which was kind of weird. It was, well, the house where she grew up until she was 4 before they left, and it was, like, abandoned. Nobody had lived there since they left, I guess. And it was just weird, because, like, it was a house almost stuck in time. Like, you know, like, looked like it was a house that was abandoned when they left, and nobody's touched it since. Like, everything just looked like untouched. Like, everything was just still where it was. There was like no, if I remember, like, you know, the door was, you just opened the door and in the house, and it was all like dusty and it looked crappy and unkept. But it's because they left, and they just left everything the way it was, and they didn't know if they were ever gonna come back. So yeah, that's just how it was. And it was weird, but like, and it was also just, I don't know, seeing where your mom grew up until she was 4 versus what, you know, I was really appreciative of the life my parents were able to give me, because my mom didn't grow up, at least in Italy, with, I mean, I think the move to America was great for them, because my mom eventually obviously had a much better upbringing here in America than she did in Italy. But it just, you know, it looked very impoverished, and I don't know, it was scary. Very rudimentary house, but, you know, the stories that my grandma would tell me, my nonna, in Italian, my nonna would tell me about living there. You know, they had, you know, they might have been quote-unquote impoverished. They might have had, like, not that great of a house. It was small. I mean, it looked really bad to me, because nobody had lived there for decades. So it probably looked nicer, but it was a small house. But that's the thing, they had like this little courtyard, and they had a cow in that little courtyard, and they had hens and stuff, and like they would get their own milk and their own eggs and stuff like that, which is really interesting. It's like right in the house, like right in the center of the house was like this little courtyard, and I mean, the house itself was it was pretty small, but it had like this little built-in courtyard between it and like another, you know, neighboring house and stuff like that, and they would kept a cow there and chickens and stuff like that, so they would have their own meat and their own milk and all that kind of stuff. It was interesting. Wait, what am I doing? Something's not being leveled up. Okay, you'll get the ultimate materia. can see where my mom grew up. And then, other things I remember. So her cousin owned a restaurant in Reggio Calabria. And every time, we would go there every single night to eat. And in the mornings, we would see him coming in on a boat with a bunch of, other men. And they would haul in fish. They would, legitimately, he would go out with, men of the restaurant or maybe just fishermen of the area. And they would catch the fish that they would be serving that night and stuff. Which I thought was super cool, seeing the actual restaurant manager, the guy who owns the restaurant, actually out there, catching the fish, that he was going to be serving and stuff. He was doing it all himself, that type of shit. It was just kind of cool. So we just mastered another restore. So let's get another restore. Because I want, how many do I have at this point? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just level up another restore. It was just cool seeing him, going out and getting the fish himself, the stuff that he would be doing. And then we would eat there every night. And, I think, other family members worked there as, waiters and stuff, and they were all very kind to us. And, one of them was a young man. He was a super nice guy, and he was super nice to me, because obviously I'm a young, impressionable kid, and, we would all play soccer together and stuff, and he would, he just made sure to include me, and, as an American, it's good. Obviously, it's nice to see that, other countries weren't super, I was an American kid, they could have absolutely just disregarded me, but they were very accepting, very loving, and made sure to include me, which they didn't have to do. So it was I don't know, it's nice looking back on it. When I was a kid, I wouldn't have thought, if they were just mean to me, I wouldn't have really thought about it. Or not mean to me, but if they excluded me, I wouldn't have really thought about it. But, as an adult, it's nice to know that, it was a different time. But still. Especially now, I just feel like all countries and all our people have just grown so far apart that, I don't know, it's hard to think about, if I was visiting another country as a kid, would people be as accepting? But, I guess I had family relations, and there was blood involved, but, or blood, family bloodlines or whatever, but regardless, it was just pleasant. He was just a nice guy. And then, so I remember playing soccer and being included. Obviously, the Italian kids were way better than me. I was 8 at the time, so I wasn't, I don't think anybody's I wouldn't say nobody's a phenom at 8, but there are phenoms at that young of an age. But anyway, I remember playing soccer. I remember, so I was a hockey player at the time, and I liked playing goalie. So we're over there, and my dad is gonna buy a soccer jersey for me, and these fucking Italian they're not scam artists, but they're selling cheap, shitty replica jerseys. And so my dad asks hey, this guy, is he the goalie for the team? And the guy's like, yeah, he's the goalie. And it was a Francesco Totti jersey. If anybody knows anything about Francesco Totti, he's not a goalie. I can tell you that. I actually don't really remember what Totti was. I think it was a center midfielder, I think. He might have played forward, but I know he played for Roma his whole career. I ended up getting into soccer in 2012. I wasn't into it. At the time. But yeah, I enjoyed soccer later in life, so I actually learned about Francesco Totti, and that's when I kind of shook my head. I was like, wow, that guy totally just lied to my dad. But it's neither here nor there. What does it matter? It didn't end up mattering at all, so no harm, no foul. But my dad bought me a Totti jersey, and it was so cheap. It was not a real jersey at all. It was obviously just a manufactured fake, but said it so far that like it were my mom's cousins. They were just relatives. I don't know who they were. I know the guy who owned the restaurant was her cousin, but everybody else is like, you know, cousin once removed, and then their kids and all that shit. So, I remember going to. One of our relatives' places, and they had like a piano synthesizer type thing, and I tried playing it and like looking at all the buttons and switches, and I was fascinated with it. One of the things that I think helped me like kind of start my inspiration for playing music. And it was less about the actual like playing of the music. I just liked all the buttons and dials and switches. It just goes to show the mind of a child. You're just fascinated by buttons and switches and dials. So, yeah, so I remember that. I remember we did actually, we ended up going to Rome. I don't know if we started up there and then went down, or if we started in Reggio Calabria and went up to Rome, or if we started in Rome and went down to Reggio Calabria. But either way, we ended up in Rome at some point. Rome is insane. You know, having lived in America, you know, it's tough to like, I don't know, it's like, you know, you'll never see a building here that's like older than, you know, 2,000 years old or whatever. And when you go to Rome and you just see these ancient buildings that have been around for longer than anyone's ever lived, and will be around longer than anyone will ever live. Just like the Colosseum was it was incredible. Like, oh man, the Colosseum was crazy. And it's weird because you just have like this normal, I mean, I say normal, but like, it's totally not normal. Like the city, like when you go to Europe, like the cities just, they have a different feel to them, and I think it's just that they are so old, you know, they've been around so long, and they've changed so much. And like New York City itself is just, you know, they're all brand new compared to these old ancient European cities. So we went to Rome. I remember the hotel room we stayed in Rome was tiny for a family of 4. So small. A family of 4 and a grandma. So it was just, I don't know, kind of crazy. Trying to remember what else happened. I remember at one point, like on our travel, oh man, I remember, I don't know if we were like leaving Rome or on our way to Reggio Calabria or what, but there was one point where we were driving, and I swear to God, we were like approaching a mountain. We're on a long flat road approaching a mountain. And it was legitimately like we were like driving right into a Bob Ross painting. It was beautiful. Sorry, but I feel like I have something on my face. Super annoying. I feel like I have like hair on my face. I can't get it off. Yeah. If I had to guess, we were in northern Italy when that happened, because I think northern Italy is more mountainous than southern Italy, but I could be wrong. We went on a boat to Sicily, which was super awesome. Sicily is like a very cool little island. I remember the water in Italy was so clear. It was crazy. Like, even like yards out, you could see, and then eventually, ooh, we got another counterattack. That's huge. The water was just so god, they looked terrifying. I was so scared of walking in the water. We saw a guy step on one. It looked horrifically painful. Hang on one sec. It's the microphone. The microphone has a bunch of Krieger's hair on it, the static. Pulled a bunch of my cat's hair onto the microphone and they keep getting on my face. Oh man, that explains that. Okay, so, where was I? Went diving, we saw a bunch of cool and interesting sea life. I remember my sister. You remember when you were a kid, there was that like game you would play that like it wasn't even a game. It was just like the worst thing in the world. Like your friend would like dunk you under the water and like pick you back up and keep. It was like basically waterboarding. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but my sister did that to me. She kept like dunking me under the water and then picking me back up. And I started like swallowing the water, and I swallowed so much seawater I started throwing up. And it was crazy. She was like, I don't think she understood exactly what was happening. Every time she was dunking me under, I don't think she knew that I was actually like swallowing some of the water at certain points, but that sucked. I've never like swallowed so much water, especially like seawater and all the salt. I mean, it explains why I threw up, but I remember like I threw up, but I couldn't find it. Like, maybe it's because I threw up in the ocean. It just all immediately like washed and sank or something. I don't know, but I remember that, and I remember one night we were eating at the restaurant where they would let us eat for free every single night. We were there for like a week or 2 weeks. They let us eat free every single night. One of the nights we were there, they let me and my sister have champagne. We were celebrating something. I forget what it was. But we were celebrating something, and they let me and my sister have champagne. Wow. Sorry everybody, I don't know what's going on. I got something on my face. I don't know what I want to level up. One of the nights they let me and my sister have champagne, and it's the first time I had ever like really had alcohol. So I drank a bunch of the champagne, and I remember being like, "Wow, it like hurts to drink," and I was like, I didn't understand it because I didn't understand what alcohol was. So I was just like, "Ow, it really hurts!" Like, but I just kept drinking it, and they let me have like a glass or two, and I was drunk for a 10-year-old, and I didn't really understand what being drunk was. So I just remember being super drunk as a 10-year-old, and my parents kind of laughing at me, and me and my sister like thought it would be hilarious to like go out on the beach, go out on the beach and then like dig giant tracks in the sand and like make people think it was dinosaurs. Like that's what drunk, I was 8 and she was 12 at the time. That's what a drunk 8 and 12-year-old think would be funny to do. Dig giant tracks in the sand with rocks to make it look like dinosaurs. dinosaurs were on the beach. I don't even remember if I like had a hangover. I mean, I was a kid. You're invincible when you're a kid. Nowadays, I'm out of commission for 2 days straight. Back then, I don't even know if it registered. I remember we went to a beach, and like there were Italian women with their tops off, which obviously in Italy is not a big deal, but here obviously it is. So I was a little kid. I remember my dad was making fun of me because he was like, yeah, like he noticed I kept looking, and he was just like, come on, man. So I remember that. Trying to think of what else. Not much else really. My grandma got to see obviously all the parts of Italy that she wanted to see, and she got to see her home and all that, and revisit family and stuff. So it was a good trip. We went to like this. I mean, I left out a lot of Rome, but we went to the Sistine Chapel. We went and like saw all the sights and stuff like that. It's truly incredible. If you ever get a chance, I would highly recommend it. More all materia. I mean, you can never have too much all materia, right? Let's just get back in the ship, do an HP restore. Do it all over again. Yeah, that's about all I can remember from Italy. It's a wonderful place. And the people there, at least when I went there, were just so friendly. It was, I don't know, I'll never forget it. Holy shit, Yuffie's got 8,000. Oh, she probably has 2 HP pluses. I guess MP plus isn't as important as HP plus, but it's still good to have MP plus. This materia allows a character standing in the back row instead of the front row to receive no penalty to their attack power for being in the back row. Oh shit. It also allows characters to hit flying enemies as well. That's fucking insane. That'll be incredibly good for Cloud, especially in the battle arena. Hold on, it says an Amazon order of mine shipped. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, okay, so it's the will arrive Tuesday, February 9th. That's today. I'm expecting a box of call time cards for Magic. I don't think it's gonna arrive today. If it just shipped, probably tomorrow. Let's actually go do that. I want that long range materia, and the mithril mine is like right here. From the entrance, travel to the right side. I think. You can. From the entrance. Okay, so from the entrance, travel to the right side. I also need to learn White Wind. Okay, from the entrance, travel to the right side of the screen around the corner to the north, and climb up the left. Oh. You can climb up the, okay. This is prime time to get Vincent some kills. Ooh, we just got more elemental. What else do I want to level up? Let's just do another elemental. Wow, I never knew about this. Long range. Wow, I never ever knew. Ultima, we're gonna have to switch you out for long range. Why is purple materia always the absolute tits? Purple materia is so good. It's crazy. I like the mithril cave felt so long. It's just like that. It's 2 screens. Boop boop, done. I wonder if we can go back into Midgar and like farm turbo ethers, so I have a shit ton of ethers for when I go into the battle arena. You know, because like MP is going to be the most important thing. I am racking up kills with Vincent. And that's the other thing, it's not kills with the be, it's not kills with his ultimate weapon, it's just kills in general. However many kills Vincent has. Which is interesting because, like, Freya actually ended up being a very powerful character for me when I played Final Fantasy IX, because we farmed the Grand Dragons for XP. So and like her final weapon does damage based on how many dragons she's defeated. Let's take a look at this. Wow, so I've almost mastered the... Yeah, we're getting close. I've almost mastered all the MP and HP materials, which is good. So with Cloud's ultimate weapon, and with like a good... Ooh, we just got another. Oh man, I never even changed to Death Jiggis. Oh, wait a minute. Guess what, everybody? We can teach Vincent his final move. Chaos. So Vincent now knows his final limit break, so there we go. Vincent knowing his final, I never used Death Jiggis. I totally forgot he had it unlocked. I'm an idiot. But hey, whatever, now he knows Chaos, so that's pretty dope. Yuffie. She still only has Greased Lightning. I never really understood what makes limits go up, like how to level limits. Is it just straight up XP, or is like, do you have to get limits and use them? Hey, we're starting to one-shot stuff. That's good. We have so much money too, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's check everyone's materia. racking up kills with Vincent. Let's see. XP AP 240. We need to get to 3,000 to max it all out. Over that. Well, it's 240 times 2, so it's like 500, so that's actually not bad. But it's called a grind for a reason, right? Yuffie just got to level 60, that's sick actually. This place is really not that bad to level up. You just casually take like an hour and just kind of like hang out and level your dudes up. Like, it's not that bad, and it's just like it's such a like non-headache compared to like the Sunken Gelnica or the Northern Cave. Just like grab a snack, your favorite drink, and run around in circles and just like kill a bunch of dudes. It's really not that bad. I thought, doesn't she have a counter materia? She hasn't countered anything yet. Easy peasy. Another all materia. Those can sell for so much money too. Was not a huge fan of Yuffie, but that ultimate weapon is just, that has endgame written all over it. Like, if you do deal damage based on like enemies' levels, like she can probably do a lot of damage against the Emerald and Ruby weapons and stuff like that. Okay, so we just got them all leveled up. Jesus, we already mastered them. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so counterattack, so luck plus is mastered, so I need to equip another luck plus. Oh, she is the luck plus. And then he should be MP plus. I actually don't think I need this many, to be honest. How much is that? I have 1, 2, 3 mastered HP pluses, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I have 4 HP pluses mastered. Yeah, so I don't think I don't think I need to grow any more of these, to be honest. Might be overkill. We'll let her grow one more, why not? We'll have her grow Ultima. I don't know, maybe like enemy skill doesn't get any better, right? must have taken my strength down equipping all that materia, because Cloud's not back to one-shotting these guys. What level Cloud? 70. I guess what I really want is long range to be. That's a long way. It's a really long way. Alright, so I think we're going to end this episode here because we've been going for about an hour. And I think that's good enough, to be honest. Like, we just got 4 HP pluses and 4 MP pluses. We got long range, and we leveled it up a bit. I'm trying to think of, like, what else. Let's see. So how long until this wait, where is it? We want this to be 4 times cut. Okay. So we'll give this counterattack to Vincent, because it'll still grow. But like, we already have a master to counter, I believe. Don't we? We have a mastered counterattack. I know we do. We have to, because that one's not. Yeah, we have a mastered counterattack, so like, not a huge deal to have another. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a third, but like 2 is, I think, fine. But we want. Okay. We want slash all. Fuck. Which means that Cloud's gonna be attacking. I mean, I guess here it still grows, right? 51. Let's take a look if it's still growing. We want slash all to be. It's weird. Why does 2 times cut take precedence over slash all? Odin leveled up, I guess that's cool. I've never been a huge fan of summons. They just take too long. Oh, morph has to be like the killing move, right? See, like you have to morph things into elixirs. Ideally we get, I might do it off camera, but getting 2 times cut to, yeah, they're both still growing, and yeah, it's super close. We can just keep recording. Screw it, it'll be just like a slightly longer episode. I just want to get 2 times cut to 4 times cut, so that way Cloud has like the best possible materia for the battle arena. Because it looks like the most important things he could have would be like double cut, restore, counterattack, long range, and luck plus, and the enemy skill materia, which I need to learn White Wind still. So I need to look up how to do that. So maybe that's how we'll start the next episode, learning White Wind with the enemy skill materia. Another restore. Oh my god, why does it do that all the time? We have another mastered restore. Fuck it, we'll just give him lightning now. How does she still only know greased lightning? Would have thought she would have learned a new skill by now. Landscaper, there we go. Okay, finally. Oh, she's one that only has like 1 per thing. Okay. I'm so glad I had my enemy skill materials and all my guys when they learned Shadow Flare. That was huge. Oh shit, we get to see this. Chaos Saber. That's cool. Damn, when is it? We're getting close. 4,000 to get double cut to the next level. And what does Slash all do? Becomes Flash? What the fuck is Flash? I've never seen what Flash is before. If Flash is anything like Flash and MTG, it's super powerful. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story of my travel to Italy when I was very, very young. Not super exciting, but you know, it's something for you to listen to while you're watching the everlasting grind. Ooh, was that the level up I needed? No. Yeah, so we'll wrap this up when Cloud gets to 4x cut. After 4x cut, I think we go learn White Wind for my enemy skill materia. And then once we have White Wind, I think we're going to be pretty well prepared for the battle arena. We're level 71. We have a bunch of like stat boosting materia. I think we'll do okay. Luck Plus just leveled up, that's pretty sweet. let's just get another fire, I guess, to at least level 3, so my B team can have like some fire materia. Oh, kill me. I guess the lower I let them get, the better, because it'll actually like charge their limits. Oh man, we gotta be getting close here. Come on. Give me that 4 times cut. God. That's the thing, the end game is so good because there's just so much cool shit you could do. Like imagine getting like 4 slash alls or like 4 times cuts for all your characters. Double cut level up. There we go. Alright everybody. We got there. So in the next episode we are going to be going to look for White Wind, which is an enemy skill that will help Cloud in the battle arena should he get turned into a toad. Or maybe not. I don't know if you can use enemy skill if you're a toad, but it'll just help if like there are certain situations where the enemy skills can actually save you. Having an enemy skill materia can actually save you, so the more options you give yourself, the better. And then we might want to stock up on like ethers and stuff too, but we're just going to be basically preparing for the battle arena and potentially going to the battle arena. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.